Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Unity of Jupiter. I am Reverend John Denny, and welcome to Unity of Jupiter. So, start on time, end on time. We're still in football season, but now Tua is hurt, so we have nowhere to worry about going. But Ron says that the Tampa Bay is playing this afternoon, so I got to get him out of here. So anyway, if you'll just join me. First, I'd like to say, if no one's told you today that they love you, let me be the first. I love you. And this is Christianity in action. I love you. Because God is love. How do we use God? We say, I love you. And if you have not told anyone you love them today, please spread a little love. Look to the person next to you and give them a little love. So my talk today is about resensitizing. Right there, just saying I love you to someone or thank you to someone is resensitizing. It puts that feeling back in us. And that's really what today is about, feeling being the secret and bringing back those senses and really resensifying. So we'll talk about that a lot, but God is good. And if you'll join me in our opening statement found on the monitor, there is only one presence and one power in the universe, God, the good, omnipotent. Now I invite you just to sort of take a deep breath and take that inside. We believe in one power, one presence, God, the good, omnipotent, and we know God is love. So we believe in one power, one presence, love. And love is omnipotent. It's the most powerful thing in the entire world. Love is omnipresent. It's everywhere present at the same time. There's no place where God and love are not. And the most incredible thing, it's omniscient. It already knows what each and every one of us have need for. So God is love, and God is spirit. So we worship him in spirit and in truth. So welcome to Unity. Unity is a positive, practical, progressive approach to Christianity. Based on the teachings of Jesus and the power of prayer, Unity honors the universal truths in all religions and respects each individual's right to choose his own spiritual path. So again, let me just give a thought of thanks to each and every one of you for coming today. You're really what makes this whole thing special. And that's what we'll talk about later, is how this community has been coming together. So in our affirmation found on the monitor, I am a feeling being. One more time. I am a feeling being. And feeling is the secret. So to get our feeling going, now we'll join us in our opening song, but first I'd like to welcome our musical guests today, and we have Allison and Tony Fernandez. First time ever. I just met them this morning as I walked in and got to hear a little bit of practice as we were doing the harmony, so I'm sure we're going to have a real nice angelic feeling music today. So please join Kathy Ross and the team for My Soul is Welcome Here, and then their first song.
Just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place Thanks. Now, Allison and Tony.
Wonderful job, Alice. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. So welcome, everybody. Good morning, Unity. I am Sherry Sova. I am your board president, and I am so glad that you are here today. Is there anyone here for the first time? Our wonderful musicians. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome, everyone. Please join us afterwards for fellowship and lots of goodies over there as well. Our today's daily word is blessed. So everyone read with me the affirmation. All things work together for good in my life. I am blessed. If someone asks me how I'm feeling, I may smile and simply respond, I am blessed. I may have bills to pay, maybe a few aches and pains, but I remain aware I am an expression of God. I know wherever I am, whatever I am doing, God can never be further away than my next thought. While I may not believe challenging events are blessings, I will likely feel blessed when I respond from an awareness of God's guiding, loving presence within me. Rather than reacting anxiously, I proceed calmly with confidence, trusting divine order, knowing I am blessed. I radiate faith, and I pray that others recognize the blessings in their own lives. Today's daily word is inspired by Numbers 6, verse 24-26. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. We are blessed to be here. So now a few announcements that we have. Stacy McDonald and Joy Adel are hosting another Sound Healing Circle. It'll be this coming up Saturday, September 21st at 1 p.m. It will be in the all-purpose room downstairs by our office. And our fellowship after services has grown, and it has been such a wonderful blessing in itself. It's been very successful, so please come and join us. Bring a dish or a dessert to share and enjoy the conversations and fellowship after the church, right across the sanctuary there. There will be a prayer chaplain meeting next Sunday, September 22nd at 1:15 in the quiet room in the back of the sanctuary here. And then for ongoing events this week at Unity, Monday evening there is a Course in Miracles class with Sean Taker located upstairs in the all-purpose room, and the class starts at 7 p.m. and all are welcome. And then come and join Pam Shostin and our prayer chaplains on Wednesdays at noon in the all-purpose room by our office. Enjoy some quiet, spirit-filled time with this very powerful group. All are welcome and very powerful prayer chaplains that we have. Thursday night, we have Kimberly Prescott's class, Activating Your Prosperity, starting at 6:30 down in the all-purpose room. This class will continue on Thursday evenings until October 3rd, and I have been hearing some wonderful, wonderful success and wonderful things about that, so come join in. Saturday afternoon at 1 p.m. is the Sound Healing Circle with Joy and Stacy in the all-purpose room. And then Sunday mornings at 11:15, join our very own John Denny back in the quiet room for the Harmony exercise. If you have not experienced the Harmony exercise, it is a wonderful experience in itself. Sunday service here at noon. I guess we all know that that announcement. We're here, right? And last week, Emily from Cross Ministries asked us for help to stock their food pantries with boxes of cereal. Cross Ministries has locations all over Palm Beach County to help feed families and individuals who are struggling. So Ocean View Methodist Church is partnering with Cross Ministries and has a box out in the foyer for donations. She has asked for boxes of cereal, but will take canned goods and other perishable items as well. So let's all help with this worthy cause. And now to lead us into meditation, let us all sing Surely the Presence.
Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. There's a holy hush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place.
So now I invite you to find a good, comfortable place to sit. And let us take a deep breath and go inside, remembering the kingdom of God is within each and every one of us. So bring your focus and attention up to the top of the head, the upper chamber, the highest room. And in this place, relax your mind into Christ consciousness, which is simply this: I and my Father are one. The statement of being, God is, I am. We are created in the image and likeness of God, each and every one of us. And with God, we are a majority. So let us remember that God created us in a certain way, with certain principles, the first being health. So let us renew in our minds that God is, I am, perfect health now, filling our bodies and each other's bodies with the color of orange, the thought of perfect health. And if you have those who you pray for in health, who've asked you to pray for them in health, name them in your mind and see them in perfect health now. And God created us in perfect harmony, love and forgiveness. So we make this affirmation that God is, I am, perfect harmony now. I am perfect peace, perfect love. And we send this thought of harmony out from ourselves to each other. Universal harmony filling our families and our friends and our neighborhoods. Universal harmony fills all the people that we'll come in contact with today. And most importantly, universal harmony fills anyone we may hold any judgments or resentments against. Or if anyone holds judgments or resentments against us, we see them in God's love, universal harmony. Now let us realize abundant supply. Each of us, before we created our needs, God had already created the abundance, merely waiting our acceptance. So make the personal realization that I and my abundance are one. Enough and to spare for my every need now. All we need to do is accept it. He's already created it. He knows what every need we have. And now for gratitude, the attitude which leads to happiness and opens the doors to all blessings. Just think of one small thing to be grateful for. And in the attitude of receiving, be thankful, giving ourselves a few moments of silence to build this thought of gratitude. I am grateful. am grateful. And each of us have formed beautiful thoughts of gratitude. Pull them into your body. And make that affirmation that I am grateful. Thank you, thank you. Everyone loves a grateful person. And finally, for right action, this is our personal work. Whatever problems and situations you have going on in your life, or dreams and ambitions, put them into God's hands, knowing in our hearts it's all working out in perfect order. Removing the worry, removing the fear, letting it happen. We have to let. We give a thought of thanks for this time of prayer and meditation. If you'll please join me in the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. And now if you welcome Tony and Allison back up. I told you they were going to be good.
This is a song called 40 in reference to grace and the Lord being there for you.
Waited patiently for the Lord. He inclined and heard my cry. He offered me up out of the pit, out of the merry clay. I will sing, sing a new song. I will sing, sing a new song. How long sing this song? How long to sing this song? How long, how long, how long, how long to sing this song? You set my feet upon a rock, made my steps firm. Many will see and fear. I will sing, sing a new song. 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 How long sing this song? How long sing this song? How long, how long, how long
Thank you, Allison and Tony. You guys are amazing. Can we give them another little hand? Well, thank you all again. Thank you guys. A beautiful day. Resensification. Anybody ever heard that word? Because Google hasn't heard of it. Said your search resensification did not match any documents. But yet last week when I finished my talk, that word came to me. And watching our community grow and come together, and watching the fellowship, and watching the music ministry, and watching all these pieces come together, it's like resensitizing. It's bringing us all back together, looking together just to come for a hug, come for a little bit of time here each Sunday where we can connect. And for a long time, we didn't have that, due to the state of the world. So what is so special about it? Resensification, it's like we are bringing back our senses. And that's what I think is so special about Unity. My sister kept telling me when I was doing the guest speaking last year, and as we went through the year and everything sort of calmed down after COVID, my sister kept saying after every service, "Can you feel it? There's like a different feeling here." And I'm like, I can't really put my finger on it, but this feeling of community, this feeling of coming together has actually made it a whole bunch easier on me, because when you find yourself in this position, you kind of make everything your fault a little bit. And then now, because of the energy that all of you are bringing here and coming together, it's becoming so much more of a we. And everyone's it's amazing. I heard someone say at class on Thursday night, I'm just so happy that I found a church home, a spiritual home. It almost knocked me over. I was like, oh my gosh, that is what we're providing, a spiritual home for people. And we can really feel it. And that's what we're doing. We're going through a resensification, like reunification, resensification. Charles Fillmore said that my thoughts and my feelings are spiritual. My thoughts and my feelings are spiritual. They are guided in all their ways by the Spirit. We give a lot of our thoughts and feelings to the physical world, but it's really a spiritual thing. Sensation was not an impression on the body coming from without, but affecting the mind, but arose from within. That's also Charles Fillmore. So we want to resensitize, bring that feeling of senses back to each other. And we can reconnect, like reconnecting this feeling we have with our connection with others. But first we have to understand what got us here, this desensitization process. And we hear about it in the news, we hear about it in each end of the political spectrum, but desensitizing us to certain things. So there's good uses for desensitization. If you're scared of the dentist, it would be good to desensitize you from that and realize that they're there to help you, and we can calm that down. For phobias in general, scared of certain things, we can start to change that and desensitize ourselves to those. There's a lot of bad uses for desensitization, like we heard about with the video games, desensitizing people to violence, desensitizing people to sort of the needs of others, but we get desensitized. And then the unity effect. We come here for a hug, we come here to hold hands, we come here to touch, we come here to get that physical, spiritual connection, and then unity kind of took that away. We come here, we're not allowed to touch, not allowed to hold hands, have masks on. Pretty much everything that unity stood for, we were kind of sabotaged. So it really made, COVID was tough on unity, probably more than other churches where maybe you don't touch as much. So we have certain things we get automatically desensitized to. If you live next to a train and you go over to visit that person, you're like, whoa, that's loud. You're like, I didn't even hear it, But you get desensitized because you hear it so often. Or, if someone is living in a mold-infested place, they might not even smell the mold if they were there as it grew, and that's a Florida problem, but we get that. Prejudice that if everybody's doing it, maybe it's not wrong, you know? Like back in the day when everybody owned slaves. It's like, oh, well, of course it was wrong, but since everybody did it, so the masses, when we all do something and accept it, it makes it easier to accept. We've got to be careful of that. School shootings. This is one that came to me right away about desensitization. You almost can hear about one and you just keep on flipping the channel. It doesn't stop you cold in your tracks. I remember the first one perfectly. Columbine, Colorado. Dylan Klebold, the guy's kid, his name has never left my mind. And Eric Harris. As a matter of fact, when I was going through names for my son, that was a weighing thing not to use, you know, just because you get so affected by that. Then we can get resensitized if it happens close to us, like in Parkland. So they're like, whoa, getting a little close to home. Barry had a niece who went to that same school, so now we're bringing it close to our family, so not only geographically, but also as far as our family goes. And then we get resensitized if it's especially heinous, like the Sandy Hook shooting, where now they're shooting little babies and stuff. So we get resensitized automatically, but the problem is we also get desensitized automatically through repetition, through all these things, and we end up not feeling like we really should when we hear about these things. So we want to resensitize consciously. We want to bring ourselves back to empathy where we feel for others. Not sympathy, but empathy, where we really feel for others. So we also go through emotional desensitization. Luckily, I'm like a crybaby. I could watch any sad movie. I got tears going down my face, which they say is good for not having a heart attack, but I don't know what else is good for. But so how can we resensitize there? You know, you always find a story on the internet or on TV where you see the soldier come back from the war and he sees his kid for the first time and you feel it, or the two animals helping each other, the turtle flipping the other turtle upside down, whatever it is, just feeling that sense of God's creation, helping God's creation, and then wanting to be a part of that. You know, my friend Ron Bova spends every weekend. Yesterday he was with Surfers for Autism all day, and the weekends he doesn't do that. He's on Saturday mornings cooking food for the homeless. But giving back is hugely important. We also have physical desensitization, like the Army guys getting in basic training in the armed forces, they desensitize to pain. When you're a long-distance runner, desensitizing to that kind of pain. I don't know if you guys have heard of Wim Hof. He's a famous breathing guy, but he's been known to fill himself up with ice, and he can do a 20-minute interview, and his body temperature doesn't even go down. You know, incredible feats of desensitization with our bodies. And desensitize has some antonyms, but none of them are resensitive. It's all just sensify, sensitize, make sensitive or aware. So it's really just bringing us back to that state. But if we've lost that state, then we need to resensitize. There was a snowboarding retreat, and the psychologist there was calling it systematic desensitization. Basically means the more you expose yourself to stress, whatever that stress is, your body gets used to it. And we get used to emotional stress. We get used to, it was sort of like the COVID stress. We got used to having to wear a mask everywhere. I never did, but we all started to get used to it. We all started to get used to not being able to touch a stranger, 6 feet of separation, all the dots on the floor. We started to get used to that. That's not a good thing to get used to. So desensitization is often used for negative things, like the video games and stuff like that, but we have to look at how we've been desensitized to the things we need in our life, like desensitized to a hug or to a hello, you know, it's crazy. So spiritual desensitization. How have we been spiritually desensitized? And I found something written in Unity, but it was by John Rittenbog, I guess. Today we live in cultures that lure people into a spiritual stupor that gradually desensitizes people to true spiritual and moral values, allowing us to do stuff that really is against the Spirit. Jesus warned us that the time would come When lawlessness abounds and the love of many in the church would grow cold. Church, and we've seen it, right? These churches closing and this whole thing that we're building right now has been going away from the world. He also warned through Paul that in times people would be so perverse as that they would go without natural affection. Not us. Well, we live in those times. It requires a clear vision and a steadfast conduct to avoid being sucked into the following the worldly crowd. The lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life are virtually running wild in our society now. Without a strong resistance to this, and also an education to what we're learning on the other side, almost unrelenting pressure, such stimulation will gradually produce a stupor, an apathy, an unfeeling indifference toward the highest priorities in our life. That is our relationship to God and our relationship to each other. Gradually it'll deteriorate that. That's why I think in Unity we're reinvigorating that. We're bringing that back to the forefront. One of our spiritual enemies, one of our primary spiritual enemies is deceit. Lies, the lying tongue like we've talked about. Deceit is what helps people stay concealed, working behind the scenes in the dark. The master counterfeiter, the promoter of lies. He's so good at it, deceit is so good at it, that it can even get you to believe that good is evil and evil is good. We've seen it, right? So how does it do that? Mostly by desensitizing people to evil in slow, incremental steps. It's like the frog story. You've all heard about the frog in the pot, right? If you put a frog into a boiling pot of water, it's going to jump out of there. If you put a frog into a nice lukewarm water and you slowly turn up the heat, they don't even realize they're getting cooked. Because it's a slow desensitization process. I think most of us have heard that story. So we don't want to be like the frog getting cooked. So social distancing and masking were not good for Unity. Hugs and holding hands were a big part of that. Social distancing. I almost think it almost killed Unity. Almost killed our Unity. I mean, geez, at the end of COVID, we were down 20 people a week or something. It was no one coming anymore. But I think one of the main reasons is because you couldn't get that thing you came to Unity for. That big hug. And a good hug, talk about resensitizing. What resensitizes more than a really good hug where, you remember our hugging thing, a good 5-second hug where you're both fully present, is a resensitization process. It lights you back up. It just brings your feeling back to the surface. So we were desensitized, but now we are resensitizing. We've all felt that vibration, that change. So what makes a happy marriage? You know what makes a happy marriage? 2 happy people. Okay? You get 2 happy people, you're going to come together and have a happy marriage. You got 1 happy person and 1 miserable person, that's going to make 2 miserable people. Because sooner or later, they're going to come together and the misery is going to bring the other person down. So, relationship is on a multiplication, not on addition. 2 halves do not make a whole. 2 halves make a quarter. Okay? And so we multiply 1 times 1, I got a whole person and a whole person, and now I got a whole person. Well, what makes a healthy church? What makes a healthy congregation? What makes a healthy community? What makes a healthy organization is healthy individuals. Each of us coming here, bringing our own vibration, and then we suddenly start vibrating as this community, as this whole, where we're all benefiting from it, all getting something out of it. It's really incredible. So we want to change that vibration. So a happy organization is made up of happy individuals. Pretty easy to remember. So how do we go about it? What can we do about it to make sure that we keep developing this organization, making it more and more welcoming? Every time they say, is there a new person here? and we welcome the new people, I always want to go back to that saying someone said, we want you to feel wanted, not just welcome. We want you to feel welcome, but we want you to feel wanted. And when you feel wanted, then you're becoming part of something special. It's easy to make somebody feel welcome. We're all welcome at McDonald's. But how do you feel wanted and that you feel really special to be there? And that's what we want to do here at Unity. And that's what I'm seeing more and more. And that's what's taking really all the pressure off me, because the love is coming into our community, into each and every one of us, so we're all carrying the load. And when somebody comes here for the first time, you know, you couldn't feel prouder. You couldn't feel like, whoa, I bet they found something that's going to really help them along the way. Another thing we can do is know that we're already here. We've been on this resensitization for over a year now. We've been bringing it back, and like I said, everybody says you feel it. Unity's changing. We see it all week long. Our Wednesday prayer chaplain meeting is, you know, we very seldom have under 15 people there. The whole room's full on a Wednesday at noon. You know, our evening class, Kimberly's class, has gone up with people every week. You know, you do these classes at Unity, you start the first week, it's 15 people, you come back next week, it's 7. You know, but that's not how this is. We've had more than the first week every single time. And then Sean's consistency with the Course in Miracles, you know, the amazing music, and just everything's really going in the right direction. As Diane told us lots of times, you want to make a good community, eat, pray, and play together. You know, find fun things to do outside of here. But if you can do those 3 things together, they bring us together almost more than anything else. Take a class. Come join Kimberly's class. She's having so much fun teaching this one, she's going to teach another one afterwards. Come join Lori Spags' night when she does her healing. You know, it's just be part of these classes. That makes us part of the community. Be part of fellowship. I was the king of running out of church. When church was over, I was in my car faster than I could start it up. And sometimes Barry and I would get chased out into the parking lot by Hannah Kroger or whoever was the minister. Hey, where are you going so fast? You know, and get called back into fellowship. But be part of it. Don't leave as fast as you can. Pray together and make sure that we get to be together. So thank you all for coming today. Unity of Jupiter is really a place going through a resensitization process, a word that doesn't even exist, but I want to sort of coin it as our own, because we are a feeling community, and we feel for each other. When somebody's down, I watch everybody rally up, people call them. It's just such an amazing place to be a part of. And I want to thank each and every one of you individually for being a part of it. And know that you're individually as important as anyone else here. So thank you all for coming. Thank you for your time. I want you to have a wonderful week today. And as we bring Sherry back up for the offering, remember, God loves a cheerful giver. And coming from the Bible, it says, these things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. So one of the real things about overcoming this world of Caesar, this world of all the places that we got to go all deal with later on, is being of good cheer. It's amazing what will happen. Like I told my kids, make everyone's day better. That was the only piece of advice we ever gave, and now we got adult kids doing pretty good. So make everyone's day better today, and have a wonderful week. Thank you all for coming today.
Great talk, John. Great talk. And on that note, too, I did want to mention our chili cook-off that we had this past week. It was so much fun. We had 14 different chilies, and I just want to thank United Methodist Church with Sean and Emily for including us in that. We had quite a few of our congregation as well, so it is absolutely fun to start creating that community and be part of their church as well as ours, too. So now, as we move into our celebration of abundance, it is our opportunity to give back from our financial abundance. So let us begin by reading together on the monitor the Unity of Jupiter Prosperity Blessing. In a universe overflowing with the abundance of good, we acknowledge God as the source of all our blessings. We affirm our receptivity and acceptance of this good from every direction, known and unknown, expected and unexpected. Our abundant good comes to us now. Thank you, God, and so it is. There are many ways to give. You can drop your gift off in the baskets that will be coming around. You can also text your donation to 561-581-1119, or you can also give by debit or credit card after today's service in our office located in the sanctuary. You can see Carol Lime. Most of these options can be set up for automatic recurring giving. And now, to keep our time of giving sacred, I would like you to take your gift in your hand and bless it. You are planting the seeds of your own prosperity and giving back to God from the abundance that has already been provided for you. Breathe life into your gift and thank God that you have this gift to give. And now affirm with me the offertory blessing. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive.
This is an original song that I wrote called Fly. We're all called to be light with light and beacons of light to others in the world.
Laughing in the summer sun, played hide and seek, and tag on the run, catching fireflies at night, one by one. We were born for so much more than running against the wind. You got the wings, it's time to fly, my friend. You got the wings, it's time to fly, my friend. All at once, two worlds collided, with the stardust from the Milky Way to guide us, that held me near. Love and peace were there. We lay beneath the starlit skies, with nothing to keep us in town at night, except the bond of love we shared. We were born for so much more than running against the wind. Got the wings, it's time to fly, my friend. rise like a phoenix from the ashes again. We were born for storm is falling, running against the wind. You got the wings, it's time to fly, my friend. We were born for storm is falling, running against the wind. The wings, it's time to fly, my friend. You got the wings, it's time to fly, my friend. You got the wings, it's time to fly, my friend. Tony and I would like to thank you for the opportunity to play at this beautiful, beautiful community for you all. It was our honor, so thank you. Thank you so much for the love. And what a pleasurable first experience from the heart, from our heart to yours. Thank you.
You resensitized us. We were resensitized by your music. Music does that too. It resensitizes you. Meditation resensitizes you. Thank you, a hug, holding hands. So now, if we could bring up forward our gifts and the prayer requests, I just want to thank everyone for their giving. We're self-supporting through our own contributions, and we know that God's law is abundant supply. We always have enough and some left over for every one of our needs, provided our needs are good for us and everyone we're talking about. And if I can invite our prayer chaplains up, we have our prayer chaplains have been specially trained, guaranteed answered prayers. 100%. And they like to hear good prayers too. If you have something good you want to share, please share that with our prayer chaplains also. So let's give a thought of thanks. Thank you for this abundant supply, knowing each and every need of this ministry is completely taken care of with some left over. We ask special blessings for each and every individual that makes up this congregation, makes up this community of Unity of Jupiter. And we see each of them in abundant supply, enough and to spare for each of their every needs. And we take all the prayers in this prayer box and we put them in God's hands. God is omniscient. He already knows the answer, what each and every one of these prayer requests need. So for us, we remove the worry and the fear, putting those prayers in God's hands now, and we say, thank you, God, for answered prayers. And now, if you all join hands, rise, join hands, we'll sing the peace song, followed by the prayer for protection, and we're going to have a nice, upbeat peace song today, so get ready.